My grandfather was actually a famous illustrator out of New York. He was from Connecticut. So they say. He gave Andy Warhol one of his first jobs when he was out of college. He had a big firm. It was the Rockwell era. So they painted all the hand done, everything that was for advertisements, magazine covers, that Rockwell-esque type work. He was one of the big contemporaries of that. He built quite a name for himself. He had 200 employees at one point. I mean, it was like, he was big. And then he did Marilyn Monroe and Grace Kelly, or Norma Jean as nudes then. I have some photos of them. I have a photo in there of my dad as a kid holding a pistol, and the detective is reaching and grabbing it, and it's for a book, and basically the kid finds his dad's gun as a detective and wants to clean it to impress him and doesn't realize it's loaded. He's gonna blow his brains out, and he's like, give me the gun, kid. So that painting's right in the living room. But I've always felt the need to paint. I always felt it was part of me, especially with my parents. Like, they definitely, like, my dad helped me stretch my first canvas. My dad drove me to paint my first illegal graffiti piece and was like, I'll honk the horn or flash the lights if the police come, you know? My dad was always instrumental in cultivating this, as both parents, because they were artists too. So I was very lucky in that sense. Because I had a lot of kids that they had to hide that shit completely from their lives. So my parents supported it. They just didn't like it when we ended up on like cover LA Times, and I sit down to dinner and like Fox News is doing a special on my boys but they helped cultivate that process. Eventually it became like, okay, we know we're gonna get out of the house, we know you're gonna steal the car, so just call us when you're done so we know you're safe. And that was our motto. Okay, I'll call you when I'm safe, because they knew they couldn't stop me. I was like, I'm gonna go anyway. Different times, different era. So here I was as a kid, smoking whatever I can get my hands on, God knows where. And here I was as a kid, ingesting all these paint fumes. I started having some wacky shit going on in my head. And I'm like, something's going on. This is before I started having seizures, like full grand mal seizures. And so I got my hair analysis done, and my aluminum was so off the chart. They had to get a new sheet just for the aluminum that went off the page and into a blank page. So here I was as a kid, just inhaling all this shit. The fumes, the smoke. I didn't know what I was doing to my body. And all the injuries. I've had a lot of injuries. Like painting the river piece, I blew my knee out. I just had surgery on my shoulder, and this homeless guy's stuck in the river. Another time I intervened. So I go grab a piece of bum house, and I go reach for him, and he pulls me in, and I only have one arm. So I'm stuck in the currents, and they're high enough to where you can like stand up and almost like surf, but it's bad water. But at the same time, you can't stop. So you're just going, and he's stuck. And he's like, help, and I only have one arm. So I'm like, I figured out the backstroke was the best option. so I'm doing the backstroke with one arm, boom, boom. And this other homeless dude ran and caught us and pulled us out. And my neighbors, I forgot, my neighbors were with me. These two little kids from Thousand Oaks had no idea what they were in for. We drove all the way from 805, and it took them into the depths of the LA River, where we had to fucking save a homeless person because I was painting an illegal graffiti piece behind county jail in the daytime. Yeah, we used to put ourselves in these circumstances. I mean, becoming a father now has taught me what the fuck real life is about, because I was always so selfish and self-centered, and everything revolved around me, and everything that I wanted to do was me first. And I used to thrive on self-destructive behavior. So me first down a fucking dark hole with two kids doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? I got to clean my act up real quick once that one came around. And now it's like not about me. But this is my job. This is what I do for a living. This is how I keep sane. This is my practice. It's everything. And they revolve around it now. Parenting. Yeah, me as a parent, holy shit. My daughter goes, Saber, why do they call you that? I'm like, just meet him. I would just go, hey, come over here. Just give him a hug. Like, just give him a hug. I enjoy that because she's like this perfect little, like, you know, she's just perfect. You know, this is my boy's painting right here. Like, I had him painting the other day. He was busting out, 3 years old. I love it. You know, like, look, you got a little mountain shit. You got a little, you know, I mean, I like these guys. Boom. It's almost got like some fucking kanji going on right there. I mean, I love it. I mean, this is, you know, I'm new, dude. My daughter's 6, my boy's 3. I'm learning all about him. He's a sweetheart. He's a beast. She's like the best. I mean, it's a whole new world. And now the challenges are beat this epilepsy and beat the art game. So that's where I'm at right now. And I'm gonna do it for them. I'm gonna do it for the people around me. And I wanna do it most selfishly though, to be able to secure my legacy as an artist and to be able to put back into my own self. My name is Saber and I'm living the dope life. I guess literally.